بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم وفقنا وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بحق محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم ولا عدوهم عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. أمير المؤمنين سلام الله عليه said, Imam Ali, tolerance and perseverance are twins. Tolerance and perseverance are twins, and high ambition produces them. And high ambition produces them. قال الإمام علي عليه السلام: الحلم والأنات توأمان ينتجهما علو الهمة. الحلم والأنات توأمان ينتجهما علو الهمة. With issue number 760, if a person has a justifiable excuse for offering prayer with tayammum. What is the justifiable excuse? For example, he doesn't have, alaykum salam, he doesn't have water, or using water is it what is it is harmful for him. Any justifiable excuse. So he is performing his prayers with what? With tayammum, and he wishes to offer it at the prime time. He wants to perform his salah at its prime time in order to be in waqt al-fadila, and he wishes to offer it at the prime time, knowing that his excuse will continue till the end of the prescribed time, and he knows that the excuse which permitted him to perform salah with tayammum, this excuse will continue what? Till the end of the time. So, or having no hope of redress, or having no hope of what? Of, for example, that this excuse will be ceased before the end of the time of salah. He can offer a prayer in the early part of the time. He can offer a prayer in the early part of the time. That means he could not postpone or delay his salah. So there is what? There is a permission for him to perform his salah at its what? At its prime time. But if he has a hope that the excuse will cease to exist, he should wait till his excuse is removed. That means, for example, he knows that during the period of Salat al-Dhuhr and Salat al-Asr, the excuse of allowing him to perform tayammum and to pray salah, to pray with tayammum, will be finished in time of Salat al-Dhuhr and Asr. So he could not pray Salat al-Dhuhr and Salat al-Asr in its prime time. He should wait until the time that he could perform wudu instead of tayammum, and to perform his salah with what? With wudu, not tayammum, and not in a prime time, but at the time when his excuse will be ceased. In his case, or in case his excuse is not removed, he would offer prayer in the last part of that. He waits, okay, for the excuse to be removed, and he knows that the excuse will be removed. But the problem, the excuse is not removed. Is not removed. Now, what he has to do? He has to pray at the last time of the salah, not to pray at the first time of salah, because he was having a hope that the excuse will be removed. But in doing so, that means he prayed at the end of the time. It is not necessary that he should wait so much that he may be able to perform only the obligatory acts of the prayer. So now he is waiting. He thought that the excuse will be removed, and the excuse is not removed. Shall he wait more till the end of the time? What does we mean by the end of the time? That means he is going to perform his salah without adhan, without aqama, without qunut, without the recommended acts. No. He should pray immediately and have all the acts of salah, even the recommended acts. In fact, if he has time for mustahab acts like adhan, iqamah, and qunut as well, he can perform tayammum and offer a prayer along with these mustahab acts. That means if he has time, as I told you, if he has time, that means he was waiting for the salah, to pray in what? To pray with wudu. But he couldn't use what? He couldn't use water. So what we have to tell him? He's asking, shall I wait till the end of the time? No. Now you are sure there is the excuse is still? He said yes. So just to pray now and pray with all recommended acts with tayammum. Doesn't matter. Is this understood, inshallah? Okay. As for other excuses which do not justify tayammum, it is permissible for him to offer a prayer at its prime time, even if he has not lost hope about redress. So there are another not justifiable excuses. There are not other justifiable excuses. Now, can he perform his salah at the prime time? Yes, he has to perform, or it is permissible for him to offer prayer at its prime time, even if he has not lost hope about redress. Even if he has not lost hope that he could find water, yes, we tell him what? We tell him go and perform tayammum and pray. However, if the excuse actually ceases to exist while he is praying in the prime time, the excuse which justified the tayammum is finished, is ceased. Now, he must repeat the prayer. Because praying with wudu is better than praying with what? With tayammum. And still he is where? He is still in time. Yes, Sheikh Faiz. I think you have the mic. Please. Alaykum salam.
Last line of the issue. However, if the excuse actually ceases to exist while he is praying, he must repeat the prayer. Does it mean that to cut off the prayer then do the new one or complete the prayer and does a new one with wudu?
Sheikh Faiz, it is very clear that while he is praying, he is in the process of salah.
Okay.
And he noticed that the
Time ceases.
no, not the time. The excuse ceases. That means he can use water. He can perform water. He can perform wudu. He can use water and perform wudu. In this case, he has to break his time and to perform his salah. Because actually, he has time. He is in time. He is in time. That means if he breaks his salah that he is doing its process and renew it, it doesn't matter, because the whole salah, the new salah will be where? Will be in time. Okay? All right. Issue number 761. If a person does not know the rules about prayer, this person, he doesn't know the rules about prayer, doubts occurring in it, and also the doubts of the prayers or the doubts occurring in the prayers, he cannot or he does not know these rules, these ahkams, or about the forgotten parts, or he doesn't know the rules about the forgotten rules, what he will do if there is something wrong, or he missed something, or he does not recite or say a part of salah, what he will do in this case. So this person, he doesn't know the rules of the missing parts of the salah, or he doesn't know the what to do about the forgotten parts. And if he feels that such problems would probably arise in his salah, such a problem will arise in his salah, he doesn't know what? He doesn't know the ahkam. He should differ from its prime time so as to learn the relevant rules. So in this case, if we ask him, or maybe he's asking himself, now if I missed, for example, reciting Surah Al-Fatiha, what shall I do? He doesn't know. If he said, for example, if I don't know whether I am in the third rak'ah or the fourth rak'ah, and I'm sure this will happen for me in this salah, but he has time. He has time. He wanted, or he wants to pray in the prime time of the salah. Now, is it good or okay for him if he delay his salah till the end of its time in order to know the rules and then to pray and to know how to handle this problem? Yes. Yes. He has to delay his salah till the end of the time, and to do what? And during this time he has to study. He has to learn the rules of the salah which he feels that he will faces in order to know the hukum of it. So he should differ from its prime time so as to learn, not to watch the World Champion Cup. No. He has to differ to learn, to study the ahkam of this issue and to act according them. Yes, Sheikh.
This is hukum for the if I have a time.
Yes.
Okay. If I don't have a time, just completely it.
What?
If I don't have completely the Fatiha.
Yes.
Okay. and I have no very well. This time don't completely out my prayer. What are you doing? Continuous for my prayer or not? Or cutting it and repeat it for Allah?
You should continue, in case if you do not have time, you should pray in time. If it is correct, it is correct. If it is not correct, you have to repeat to give qada, to learn the issues and to give qada for it. Yes. Okay. However, if he is hopeful that he can offer a prayer correctly, he may pray at its prime time. This person who has a problem, he has a problem. What he said, yes, I can perform this salah thoroughly, correctly. So can I perform my salah in its prime time? Yes, you have to pray your salah in prime time. And if no problem arose during the prayer, his prayer would be correct and valid. But if a problem arose and the rules relating to it were not known to him, he would be allowed to act on one of the two probabilities. So, if he is hopeful that he can offer prayer correctly, he may pray at its prime time. If this person, he has a hope that he can perform his salah in a correct way. Now he's asking, can I delay my salah to the end of it? We said, you have a hope to pray it correctly. He said, yes, I have a hope to pray it correctly. So pray in a prime time. But if a problem arose and the rules relating to it were not known to him, he would be allowed to act on one of the two probabilities and complete the prayer. What are the two probabilities? The first probability that we said that he could delay his salah and till the end of the time in order to what? Why this deletion? Why this? In order to learn the ahkam of his mistakes and then come back. Or if he has a hope, he can pray. And after the prayer, he should inquire about the rule so that if his prayer had been void, if his prayer has been, yes. And after the prayer, he should inquire about the rule so that if his prayer had been void, he would offer it again, as I told you, to pray. If it is correct, that's it. If it is void, he had to pray again. And if it had been valid, he need not repeat. If it is correct, there is no need for repeat. You got it, Sheikh Ameer?
Sheikh.
Yes, Sheikh.
If a person has doubt, he will pray or not?
Say that again.
If a person has doubt, he will pray or not in the right time?
Doubt about what?
Doubt about his prayer. He'll do it perfect? No.
That means after the prayer. No, we have this person, for example, all the time he has a doubt between the third and the fourth rak'ah. All the time he has a doubt between the third and fourth rak'ah. He doesn't know which rak'ah in his hand, it is the third or fourth rak'ah. And he doesn't know how to treat this. He doesn't know the hukum if he doubts between the third and the fourth rak'ah. What we will tell him, if your doubt is so strong, and you do not know the answer or how to act accordingly, delay the prayer till the end until you learn.
If you have doubt so strong?
Yes. That this person All the time he doubts about the third and the fourth rak'ah, or the first and second rak'ah, and he doesn't know the hukum. He doesn't know the hukum, and he wants to pray in the prime time. What we shall tell him? We will tell him, do not pray now in a prime time. Delay it. Yes, delay your prayer until you learn with these hours. Okay? If he is not, he said, yeah, maybe I can manage with it. Maybe I can pray correctly. So what we tell him, now pray.
Do your prayers.
Do your prayers. And after your prayers, if your prayer is correct, there is no need to repeat. If they are incorrect, so you need to repeat them. Okay, you're welcome. Issue number 762. If there is ample time for a prayer and at the same time his creditor demands repayment, الدائن واقف يريد فلوسه. If there is ample time for prayer and at the same time his creditor demands repayment of his loan from him, he should repay the loan first. He should repay the loan first. Okay? If possible. And then offer a prayer. And then offer a prayer. Similarly, the same hukum. If there emerges another obligatory matter. If there emerges another obligatory matter which demands immediate attention, just like, for example, to rescue somebody from death.
Lost your money? Lost your money.
Or maybe there is a robbery, a thief. Okay, you have to protect your money. Yes. Like if a man sees that the masjid is mutanajjis. This is an emergency. He should make it tahir first and then offer a prayer. And in both cases, if he offers his prayer first, he commits a sin. But his prayer is what? His prayer is in order. His prayer is in order. For example, he enters to the masjid, he found najasa. He said, okay, I know that I have to make the masjid tahir first and to offer my prayer next, but I will postpone tathir masjid and first I'll pray. Then he prayed. After that, he makes the masjid tahir. Now, is his prayer void or valid? His prayer is valid. His prayer is valid. Yes, he commits a sin by postponing tathir al-masjid, making the masjid tahir. It should be first. But his salah is also what? His salah is correct. Now the prayers should be applied in sequence. What do we mean by the prayers should be in sequence? Actually, we have the prayer of Dhuhr and Asr. It should be Dhuhr first and Salat Asr next. Then we have Salat Maghrib and Isha. It should be the Salat Maghrib first and then Salat al-Isha next, of the same day. Of the same day. That means I cannot perform Salat al-Asr before Salat al-Dhuhr deliberately or forgetfully. Forgetfully, it could be forgetfully, but deliberately to make Salat al-Asr before Salat al-Dhuhr, Salat al-Asr will be void. Salat al-Asr will be void. And the same thing for Salat al-Maghrib and Isha of the same day. This is as an introduction. Now issue number 763. one should always offer Asr prayer after Dhuhr prayer and Isha prayer after Maghrib prayer. If one intentionally offers Asr prayer before Dhuhr prayer intentionally, underline intentionally, or Isha prayer before Maghrib prayer, one's prayer would be void. One's prayer would be void. Salata will be what? Will be void. Issue number 764. If a person starts salat with the niyyah of Dhuhr prayer, he starts with the niyyah of Dhuhr prayer, and during the prayer he recollects that he has already offered what? That he has already offered Salat al-Dhuhr prayer. He is not allowed to change the niyyah to the Asr prayer. He is not allowed to change the niyyah of what? Of the Asr prayer. So, he should abandon that Salah, not to change the intention to Salat al-Asr and to continue. No, he should what? He should collapse that Salah, he should abandon that Salah and start Asr Salah. And the same rule applies to the Maghrib and the Isha Salah. And the same with Maghrib and Isha. If he starts with the intention of Maghrib Salah, and while he is in the process of Salah, he recollects, he remembered that he hasn't performed Salat al-Maghrib and he wants to change. No, in this case he has to leave his Salah, to break down his Salah and to start Salat al-Maghrib from the beginning. According to this, it is not nafilah. He has to change it. According to this issue, Shaykhana. According to this issue. If a person starts Salat with the niyyah of Dhuhr prayer, and during we explain this, he should abandon that Salah and start Asr. Look, he should abandon. Should. This is a verdict. And the same rule applies to the Maghrib and Isha. Issue number 765. If a person somehow becomes sure while offering the Asr prayer that he has not offered the Dhuhr prayer, he is offering the Asr prayer and he is sure that he hasn't offered what? Salat al-Dhuhr, and changed niyyah to the Dhuhr prayer, but later he recollects. So he starts with the intention of what? Of Asr. Then he recollects that he hasn't performed Salat al-Dhuhr, so he changed his intention to what? Into Salat al-Dhuhr. Then after that he changed the niyyah to the Dhuhr prayer, but later recollects that he has in fact already offered the Dhuhr prayer. He can again revert to Asr. He can revert to Asr. This is very important word, the word revert. Yes.
revert يعود إلى.
Okay. And complete. We have people in Britain and everywhere. They change their religion from, for example, Christianity, from Judaism to Islam. We call them revert. So, or revered. So, okay. And complete prayer. He can again revert to Asr and complete the prayer, provided that he has not performed important parts like ruku'. That means where? He is at the beginning of the first rak'ah. He is not reaching the ruku'. Or two sajdas in one rak'ah or any other part with the niyyah of Dhuhr. Have you got that? Again, this person, he is sure while he is offering Asr prayer, he becomes sure that he has not offered the Dhuhr prayer. He has not offered the Dhuhr prayer. And changes niyyah, changes his intention to the Dhuhr prayer. But later he recollects that he has in fact already offered Dhuhr prayer. He can revert to Asr and complete the prayer provided that in one condition that he has not performed important parts, rukun, like ruku' or 2 sajdas in one rak'ah, or any other part with the niyyah of dhuhr, otherwise his prayer will be void. Why? Because we explained that the intention, the salah and all the parts of salah should be with the intention, because it is a worship act. All the parts of salah should be intention. So the intention should be with you from the beginning of salah till its end. Have you got this? So based on obligatory precaution, and he has to offer all over again. It means that he has to perform a new salah. Issue number 766. If while offering the Asr prayer, a man doubts whether he has offered the Dhuhr prayer, he should complete his salah with the same niyyah. Which niyyah? He starts with Asr prayer. Okay? Here he has a doubt. He is not sure, like the previous salats or the previous issues. He was sure. He realizes, he recollects. Now in this issue, this person, he has a doubt. And then pray Dhuhr. However, if the time is so short that the sun would set by the time he finishes the prayer, and there would be no time left even for one rak'ah, then you know what does mean one rak'ah? It means standing, reciting Fatiha or something, Fatiha and the other surah, and ruku', bowing, and the 2 sajdas. This is one rak'ah. Okay, bowing and standing and go for prostration. Alright, then it is not necessary to pray Dhuhr salah as qada. It is not necessary to pray Dhuhr salah as qada. Issue number 767. If while offering the Isha prayer, a man doubts whether he has offered Maghrib prayer, he should complete the same hukum of the foregoing issue. He should complete the salah with the same niyyah of Isha, but if the time is short, that means if he repeats his salah, it will be qada, and he will not be able to perform even one rak'ah after the completion of Isha. It is not necessary to pray Maghrib as qada. To pray Maghrib as qada. Why? Because he is offering what? He is offering Isha, and he doubts while he is offering Isha that he hasn't performed Maghrib. Now he doubts. Now what we told him? We told him to continue what? To continue the Isha. He said, okay, if I continue Isha, I do not have time to pray what? To pray Maghrib. The time will be finished. If I want to pray Maghrib, that Maghrib will be what? Will be qada. we said it is not necessary to pray Maghrib. It is not necessary to pray Maghrib. Yes, Sheikh.
Does this mean that if he has time, he has to repeat the salah?
Yes, he has to repeat salah. To repeat the Maghrib salah. Issue number 768. If while offering Isha prayer, a person doubts after, look, while offering Isha prayer, a person doubts after reaching the ruku' of the fourth rak'ah, whether he has offered Maghrib, look, doubting, underline doubts, reaching the ruku' of the fourth rak'ah, whether he has offered Maghrib prayer, he should complete the Isha prayers. Why? Because he is in the fourth rak'ah. Thereafter, he should pray Maghrib if the time for Maghrib, is still available. Still what? Ada. Like to say, if it is not qada. Issue number 769. If a person is praying a particular salah again as a precaution, the same salah is repeating it as a precaution, يعيد صلاة احتياطا, and during the prayer he recollects that he has not offered the preceding salah, he is repeating Salat al-Isha as a precaution. While he is repeating this Salat al-Isha as a precaution, he recollects that he hasn't performed Salat al-Maghrib. He cannot change niyyah to that prayer. He cannot change niyyah to Salat al-Maghrib. For example, when offering the Asr prayer again, it means a precaution, as a precaution. As a measure of a precaution, he recollects that he has not offered the Dhuhr prayer. He cannot change niyyah to the Dhuhr prayer, because this salah which he is performing, it is what? It is as a precaution. It is as a precaution, not as what? As the original salah. Issue number 770, the last issue. It is not It is not permissible to change niyyah for qada to ada. It is not permissible to change niyyah for qada to ada. Like to say, a prayer which is offered within the prescribed time, nor from, it is not permissible to change niyyah from qada to ada, put it in your mind, nor from mustahab to obligatory. Also, it is not allowed. Issue number 771. Wait. If a person has sufficient time yes you can, from obligatory to mustahab, yes you can. If a person has sufficient time at his disposal to offer a prayer within the time, he can, while offering the prayer, change niyyah to qada prayer, from ada to qada, not from qada to ada. Provided that it is possible to do that. How it is possible to do that? For example, if he is offering Dhuhr prayer, he can change to qada of dawn prayer only when he has not entered the ruku' of the third rak'ah. If he is not entered the ruku' of the third rak'ah. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل